لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
When times change, so must we. That the new time requires new response to new challenges.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Welcome to another edition of the program As You Answer the Call. I am Bintu Magaji. Don't forget, the fight to stop the spread of coronavirus is a collective responsibility. Let's be conscious of all precautionary measures to stay safe. Now to the program. In effort to make the operations of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, more efficient and in line with the current global realities, the leadership of the House Committee on Pilgrim Affairs, in conjunction with NAHCON, organized a 3-day retreat in Kano. Precisely, the event took place on Friday the 23rd to Sunday the 25th of October 2020. Our Spotlight segment will focus on the issues discussed at the retreat. Also in the program, we have our regular segments such as the NAHCON News Diary, which features the activities of NAHCON chairman, key functionaries of the Commission and other stakeholders. These are more shortly. Stay with us.
Nigeria intending pilgrims, are you aware that the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, in conjunction with Jais Bank and Islamic Development Bank, IDB, have organized a standard means of offering animal sacrifice, hadaya, with ease? Be guided that it is optional depending on the type of Hajj one is performing. Hence, you are urged to seek Islamic scholars' ulama's guidance. The intending pilgrims are cautioned not to make payments to unauthorized vendors who offer attractive prices but may turn out to be cheats. Make your hadaya payment to any Jais Bank next to you in Nigeria and collect your coupon, or to the State Pilgrims Welfare Board where you paid your Hajj fare. This message is from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Thanks for being there. We begin the program with the news diary as presented from our studio. Topping the lineup is the inauguration of an ad hoc committee by NAHCON to facilitate the Makkah Route initiative in Nigeria. The details. The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Alhaji Zikrullah Kuli Hassan, has inaugurated the Makkah Route Initiative Coordinating Committee. The ceremony took place on Wednesday, the 28th of October 2020 at Conference Hall of Hajj House, Abuja. The committee, which is chaired by NAHCON Commissioner of Operations, Abdullahi Magaja Hardawa, has among others the following terms of reference: to advise Nigerian government on the appropriate time to host the Saudi inspection team, to advise government on draft agreement to be signed between the two countries on the Makkah Route initiative matter, to scrutinize the initiative on security matters and advise accordingly, and to make adequate arrangements for eventual takeoff.
An assignment to call to national service.
Speaking at the event, NAHCON chairman explains more about the Makkah Route initiative, which Nigeria formally requested to be part of since 2018.
What it simply means is that Saudi Arabia will be coming to Nigeria during the time of Hajj to conduct immigration service in Nigerian soil for Nigerian pilgrims going to the Holy Land. By that, it means that once they pass through our security agency, including the immigration, they'll be handed over to Saudi immigration officials. Saudi immigration officials will therefore conduct immigration facility in Nigerian soil. So when our pilgrims enter the airplane and they land in Saudi Arabia, they will just pass through the airport as if they are in Nigeria and straight to their hotel.
While advising the committee members to carry out their assignments diligently, the chairman revealed that when approved, the initiative will be implemented in phases.
their attention was drawn to this new.
Responding, Chairman of the committee, Abdullahi Magaji Harda, assured NAHCON of the committee's readiness to discharge its duties diligently.
And Mr. Chairman, I would like to assure you on behalf of my colleagues saddled with this responsibility that we shall, by the grace of Allah, do our best to ensure that we advise government appropriately. And may Allah continue to guide us and reward us for all our efforts.
Members of the committee are drawn from aviation and security-related government organizations. Saudi government has since commenced the implementation of the policy in 5 countries. Meanwhile, on Sunday the 1st of November 2020, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia opened Umrah pilgrimage to Muslims from other countries. This came after the kingdom relaxed measures it had taken to curb the spread of coronavirus. Chief Planning and Strategy Officer at the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, Dr. Amr Al-Madha, stated this during a virtual workshop in Mecca. He added that people arriving in Saudi Arabia to perform Umrah are not supposed to wear ihram on their arrival, as they have to undergo 3 days quarantine in their hotels. At the end of their stay, their respective companies will transport them to the nearest miqat to assume ihram and continue with the rituals. Dr. Al-Madha said the Saudi Center for Disease Prevention and Control is monitoring the COVID-19 situation in every country for adequate information. On a sad note, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON commiserates with family and friends over the death of acting president of the Association of Hajj and Umrah Operators of Nigeria (AHON), Alhaji Abdullahi Salihu Butu. Alhaji Butu died on Friday the 30th of October 2020 at a hospital in Abuja. A statement issued by the Commission's Head of Public Affairs, Fatima Sanda Usara, on behalf of NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kuli Hassan, described the late Butu's contributions in the development of Hajj and the nation as immeasurable. The chairman then prayed for Butu's soul to rest in peace and Al-Jannah Firdaus be his last abode. Alhamdulillah, if you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation on the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON. Since its establishment in 2006, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON has recorded tremendous successes in its operations, though with some challenges here and there. And so, to make the Commission more successful and keep pace with international best practices on Hajj management, the leadership of the House Committee on Pilgrim Affairs, in conjunction with NAHCON management, engaged themselves in discussions on various topics at a 3-day retreat in Kano recently. We have the details of this in our next segment, Spotlight. Stay tuned.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
The Act establishing the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria in 2006 empowers it to perform the following functions, among others: to license, regulate, supervise and perform oversight functions over organizations, associations, corporate or non-corporate, or similar bodies engaged in organizing and coordinating the movement of persons from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia to perform the Hajj or Umrah, providing accommodation, transportation, and other services related to performance of the Hajj and Umrah to pilgrims in Saudi Arabia, liaise and coordinate with the appropriate government authorities or organs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the rules and regulations governing entry into and staying in Saudi Arabia for the purpose of Hajj and Umrah, including all appropriate immigration, passport and related consular services. Coordinate the supervision of health, financial, security, customs, immigrations and related services to persons proceeding to or returning from Saudi Arabia for the performance of Hajj or Umrah. Other functions being undertaken by NAHCON include ensuring the establishment and management of pilgrims' camps and related facilities, and such as the necessary materials, establishing and maintaining adequate information system and libraries of books and other relevant publications, as well as cinematograph and other facilities for use by persons interested in or desirous of undertaking a pilgrimage. Powered by the provisions of its Act, NAHCON has in nearly 15 years been carrying out these and other functions in order to attain high standards in service delivery for Nigerian pilgrims. Over the years, various reforms have been undertaken by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON. The reforms that today define the conduct of Hajj in Nigeria are most visible in the following areas: accommodation, feeding, transportation, aviation matters, medical services, as well as luggage management. NAHCON, under the leadership of Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan, is consolidating on the gains as well as implementing other policies which include making Hajj affordable for Nigerians, commencement of a Hajj savings scheme in Nigeria, reducing the number of days spent during Hajj, digital transformation, as well as establishing Hajj Training Institute. To further strengthen the Commission in carrying out its functions, particularly in line with current global practices, House Committee on Pilgrims Affairs, in conjunction with the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, organized a 3-day retreat in Kano, the Kano state capital. The retreat, which took place between the 23rd and 25th of October 2020, has its theme as building capacity towards effective oversight for optimal Hajj operations in Nigeria.
Partners in progress with distinct roles.
Chairman, House Committee on Pilgrims Affairs, Representative Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba, presided over the occasion.
The theme of the program, Building Capacity Towards Effective Oversight for Optimal Hajj Operations, is not only timely, but touches on the critical concepts of legislative oversight. Without mincing words, oversight like monitoring and evaluation is imperative to the success of every organization or society.
Representative Nalaraba further said that the retreat was organized to explore ways of updating the NAHCON Act.
I wish to assure you that the committee is always ready to receive advice and varying proposals, particularly on the legal status backing the Hajj Commission. Where we find it imperative, we shall liaise with the Commission to see how best to amend the NAHCON Act, especially because the enabling law that has been in existence since 2006, barely 14 years down the line, may require an update.
Improving welfare of Nigerian pilgrims.
In his keynote address, NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan said the achievement being recorded by the Commission are the outcomes of carefully drafted regulatory policies, saying that if the Act is amended, more can be attained.
The NAHCON Establishment Act 2006 is about 15 years old now, and the world is dynamic. Recent developments in the industry require certain amendments in the Act that will match modern realities to enable us actualize our goal. We need the support of the legislators in this regard.
The chairman's address also touched on the current policies being implemented at NAHCON towards improving the quality of services rendered to Nigerian pilgrims.
Establishment of the Hajj Training Institute is another passionate target of this management. We have gone far in conducting feasibility studies and survey of the proposed location plus curriculum development. When functional, the Institute will train Hajj managers on professionalism in the industry. This way, only experts on pilgrimage will manage the Hajj industry for best results. Our claim world standard treatment is what we desire for our pilgrims. Also in our radar is to reduce number of days spent in Saudi Arabia by pilgrims. Currently, our pilgrims spend close to 40 days from time of embarkation to return. Studies have shown that the waiting period in Saudi Arabia normally leads to agitation by our pilgrims. If you are able to cut the number of days spent in Saudi Arabia, it will help the pilgrims in preserving their unspent cash. We will reduce number of pilgrims piling excess luggage due to extra time to shop. We will reduce chances of pilgrims becoming homesick that leads to agitation. We will reduce the work burden on pilgrim officials.
Resource persons at the retreat presented papers on different topics on Hajj matters. Dr. Usman Bugaji delivered the first paper titled NAHCON Act.
Now, the focus of the Act was to create a strong but prudent regulatory Hajj authority that can build on global best practices while being futuristic and ensuring sustainability.
Dr. Bugaje added that
where we find limitations, we can always come back to the National Assembly for the necessary amendments. If you look at Section 7 on the Hajj savings scheme, it may look indecisive in certain things because people say, oh, but you didn't say it should be this way. You didn't say it should be that way. Flexibility is always an added advantage.
NAHCON Director of Administration and Human Resources, Dr. Ibrahim Sodangi, presented the second paper titled Review Report of Hajj Operations in the Past 5 Years.
The 2018 Hajj operation recorded a very low turnout this far Hajj fair compared with the 2017 fair. The low turnout presented to the Commission a more serious challenge. However, preparations were concluded on time. All accommodations were secured, and the bilateral talks which review the 2017 Hajj were concluded. And the same 95,000 slot was maintained for Nigeria.
While the third paper at the retreat was presented by Representative Sadasoli Jibia, the title was Roles and Responsibilities of Legislative Oversight.
The roles and responsibilities of legislative oversight are tools in maintaining the separation of powers. In a nutshell, to monitor, supervise, review the executive agency's programs, activities, and policy implementation, as well as anywhere the executive carry out expenditure to ensure faithful compliance with legislative intent.
All the papers generated questions, comments, and observations from participants.
I want to suggest that the Commission should propose a draft amendment on all the sections, not based on interpretations or citations. And the Senate and the House should sit together, look at the draft, so that all of us will be on the same page.
I want to appeal that the Hajj Commission should put part of the money for awareness in their budget so that they can go around the state, create awareness among our people so that perhaps we can still have a leeway to come back to the National Assembly. Thank you. Deputy Chairman of the committee, Representative James Owolabi, gave the closing remarks.
I believe we have achieved so much from our resource specialists. Indeed, this retreat will help build a robust relationship between the House Committee of Pilgrims and National Hajj Commission.
What next after the retreat? This was the question we put to the committee chairman at the end of the event.
Now, as we're talking, it's all in the hands of NAHCON. Once they work on it, they look at the areas where it needs amendment or repeal. Whenever they bring it to the National Assembly, we shall quickly present it to the floor of the House, and then the House will commence work on it. We'll call for public hearing and call for contributions from stakeholders of Hajj operations, and then once that is done, we'll work on it and submit our report, and I think the concurrence will not take much longer time.
An important takeaway from the retreat is that a periodic review of NAHCON laws and effective oversight from legislators will help the Commission keep pace with the dynamics of changing global trends in Hajj management.
You're still watching as you answer the call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Dr. Ali Bashir Al-Furqan will take us through discussions on the history of Arafat. Let's hear him.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة.
It is a pillar of Hajj for pilgrims to make themselves available on the plains of Arafah every 9th of Zulhijjah to offer supplications and seek Allah's forgiveness. For a start, how did we come about the name Arafah, and what does it mean?
They are called Arafah because
on Making the Hajj tonight, Dr. Ali Bashir Al-Furqan answers these and other questions.
Some of the meanings, they say why it is called Arafah, they say it is because the people who go there, they go there to confess their sins to Allah, their wrong acts, ya'tarifun, to confess and own up to their mistakes and their errors and their sins in order to seek Allah's forgiveness. Allah, I have wronged myself, I have done this, I have done this. This is i'tiraf. So it is from al-i'tiraf, that is confession and owning up to the wrongs that you have done. So because of that, it is called Arafah, because of everyone who goes there, he's saying, Allahumma inni dhalamtu nafsi wa ataraftu bi dhanbi. Allah, I have wronged myself and I have confessed, I have owned up to what I have done wrongly. So because of the voices that are saying that, everybody is saying that, asking Allah's forgiveness, it is called Arafah.
What are others saying about the name?
And other people say that it is called, this is all from the Mufassirun, Al-Qurtubi, he mentioned it, and other Mufassirun as well. Among what Al-Qurtubi mentioned is that, he says some scholars hold that it is called Arafah because Jibril, when he came and took Ibrahim alayhi salam, after Ibrahim had built the Kaaba with the help of his son Ismail, the prophet of Allah, Jibril, he took him to show to him the place to observe the rites of Hajj. And in each place, when he brought him to Arafah, he said, Arafta, that is, have you acquired the knowledge, that is, of the acts and the places? He said, Araftu, I have known. So that is why it is called Arafah.
How is the name also associated with Prophet Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa?
Other scholars, they say it was the meeting point between Adam and Hawa when they descended from heaven. You know, according to the Quran and the Sunnah, Adam and Hawa were in paradise. When they met in Arafah, they knew one another. So it is like the meeting point, the point of knowing, getting to know one another again. So it is because of that it is called Arafah.
The Islamic scholar further says,
this is what was said, so only Allah knows, but it is called Arafah, and it has become a proper noun, a proper name, the proper name of the place. This is how it was referred to in the Quran itself. فَإِذَا أَفَضْتُم مِّنْ عَرَفَاتٍ, when you flow away from Arafat. So Allah himself, he used the term because it has become a proper noun. Yes.
Dr. Ali Bashir Al-Furqan also talks about Jabal Rahman or Mount Arafah, among others. Details of this will come your way in subsequent editions.
MashaAllah. Up next is the quiz. Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, what is the area between the black stone and the door of the Kaaba called? The correct answer is Al-Multazam. The winner is Bolatito Yusuf Oyetayo from Ilorin, Kwara State. He provided the answer ahead of others. Bolatito Yusuf will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, apart from Ruknul Yamani, name other Ruknu or corners around the Kaaba. I repeat, apart from Ruknul Yamani, name other Ruknu or corners around the Kaaba. Text your answer to the number shown on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Before we round off the program, we take some messages from our viewers. Muhammad from Jaba, Niger State sent in the first message. It reads, May Allah bless the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, for this beautiful and educative program. We are proud of you. The second message was sent by Ahmed Jibrin from Bauchi State. It says, I appreciate NAHCON for this program as you answer the call. I am learning a lot from it. Thank you. You too can send a message through our mobile number and other social media platforms. Remember, you can stop the spread of coronavirus by complying with all preventive measures. Let's support our governments in the fight against coronavirus. That's it on this edition of the program As You Answer the Call. Join me same time next week for another package. Good night and thanks for watching.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك